Anyway, let's go. Yes! Hello. It's doing more Days Gone today. I can't freaking stop. Oh, yeah, it's a good game. Very addictive game. Like, that game, unfortunately, did not get as much attention as it probably should have, in my opinion. Yeah, Flash does need sleep at 2 a.m. This is true. Hello, Chaotic Penguin. Welcome on in. I don't know what people say. It's good. I mean, it was when it came out a while ago. I don't remember. It was something to do with Sony and how Sony's Sony wasn't like gonna back them or some shit. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I remember like thought about that stuff. Center screen. Why isn't that working? Center screen. I should just stop trying to do voice commands now. Seriously, I probably should. Because it just doesn't seem to want to work. What?
If your personality was a sports shoe, what would your catchphrase be?
Get comfy? I wouldn't wear shoes. That's all I got. Hello, Chance. Welcome on in. Oh, Lord. So how was everybody's weekend? Everybody have a good weekend? Everything going swimmingly for you guys? Did I put it in? Where did I put this damn thing? It was good. Start my job Friday. Like this Friday? Look forward to that. Just as boring as the other weekends. Hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah, congratulations, man. Like, is it this Friday or? Okay. Dude, I'm excited for you. I hope it's a job you actually enjoy, that you actually want to do, because God knows I've been excited about jobs, and then when I get in them, I hate my life. But of course, that was also being an accountant at a credit union that did not want to improve at all. They were more concerned about their own convenience. And yeah, just did not mesh with me at all. So there was that. Weekend was good. It's Mondays that always suck. Garfield was on to something. Oh, Garfield knew what was up. Garfield absolutely knew what was up. Like that there was no doubt about that. See, Mondays for me aren't too bad, but that's mainly because, I mean, this is my job, so I love what I do. So that makes a huge difference. But I was trying to make a YouTube video yesterday, and I was trying to go over the long-term widget goal that I currently have for the beta testers on the fourth wall, right? That's where my memberships for those things are. And as I was making the video, I broke the living hell out of that widget. By broke the living hell out of it, I mean, I had two goals set up, running. They were doing fine. And then when I triggered I triggered subscriber, which they both had enabled. As soon as I triggered that, the whole thing crashed. And then variables somehow got messed up. I mean, it was a just gigantic disaster. So I literally spent all my day yesterday fixing it. Now it's good. It works. So yes, it was one of those things that I was just like, you gotta be shitting me. So yeah, that was fun. That's good at least. I mean, it's not what I wanted to do yesterday. It definitely wasn't what I wanted to do yesterday. I wanted to make the video so that way I had time to edit. But now we're going to do the filming tomorrow and we're going to be rush editing yet again. So that just seems to be my thing, is rush editing. I guess I just need to stick to it. I'm trying to hit that 100 stream streak. Yeah! Keep it up. Where are you at? I don't even remember where you're at on your watch streak. But Wazzy is now a streaking. Hello, Steve. Welcome on in. Question for you, though. Okay. Are you busy tomorrow morning for like an hour? Depends on what time, because I'm Alaska, so my morning is different from your morning. So I need to know which time of morning we're talking about. And you can say in Eastern Standard Time, and I can calculate that on my own. You're at 84. Hell yeah. In my naked ass. Well, I mean, if you're comfortable that way, just don't send me pictures of it. I don't want to see it. I'm so trying to learn HTML, CSS to make widgets. I suck with HTML. It's not HTML and CSS that's my issue. My issue is the fucking JavaScript. I cannot get a handle on JavaScript to save my life. That's the reason why I build everything in OBS. I know how to work the OBS stuff so much better. I can be up at 7 Eastern Standard Time if need be. Okay, that would be 3 in the morning here. So let me put it this way. Once I get the girls to school and I'm here at home and ready to go, it's 8 a.m. here, which would be noon your time. So starting at noon, I'd be okay. I have no shame. Good. Good. Be shameless. Center screen. And it didn't register anything. Center screen. Why are you putting but in front of it? It literally wants to start every line with but, and I don't understand why. Is there something it's grabbing that it shouldn't? Let's try this. Okay, maybe that'll help. I'm trying to figure out why the frickin' voice stuff sucks. Okay, so move it to like 1. I mean, we can do 1. That's fine. Again, I can do noon. I can do 1. That's fine. I just got to get the girls off to school first. But. Well, it's only BUT. There's no second T. I just want help with starting up Streamer.bot. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Well, hello, Vazzy over on the YouTube. Center screen. Okay, it acknowledged it, but now it's not triggering. I've had this issue today. Hello, Sassy. Okay, I must have it turned off somewhere, I guess. Why Why do I screw my shit up so much? What is wrong with me? Ah! I don't get it. Why do I have to make my life difficult? Hell, I can hell ya too. You can hell him? Ooh, watch out, he is going to hell you. Yeah, actually, Jeremy's starting to get a really good handle on it, so he can help you out if you want, because he can at least be like, if I'm correct, you guys like live near each other, so he could actually be there with you. But of course, I have no problems going over Streamer.bot stuff and explaining and all that stuff. So if you want to meet, that's cool. Totally cool with it. Not a big deal. Oh, hello, Sassy. I'm sorry. I fixed things, so now I'm feeling better. I don't know. Hello, Skoda. How you doing? Either of you work, it's just all foreign and I'm confused. So, have you watched my, like, beginner's guide to Streamer.bot that I have on YouTube? Because I feel like I made it a little bit easier in layman's terms than maybe some others do. I could be wrong, but I do have a video that's kind of like an introductory to it. I'm slowly learning how to use the Move plugin. A lot of that is still new to me. Bots are easy, plugins confuse me. Plugins it honestly just takes a minute to get it there, like understanding how they're set up. I understand how Exceldro works, and since most of them are done by Exceldro, or at least all the recommended ones, it's easy for me. But if you need clarity on anything, ask the questions. Absolutely, I will help you. And Wazi, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Rescoder. Hell yeah. I do not know why the achievements are not firing off, though. Like, none of them. I didn't disable... Oh, wait. No, I didn't disable them. Did I? I don't think I did. Like, none of them are firing. Like, I don't understand why none of these are actually, like, triggering. So, like, the chat, I know I turned off. Check message count. I know I had turned that off because it kept going crazy. Let me turn it on. And let's see if that works. When it clicks, you'll use it for everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you get the hang of some of these plugins, you wind up being like, I can do anything, and it's amazing. I think I saved it. I watched it before I got my new PC. Okay. I mean, either way, I can absolutely help out. It is not a problem. I mean, I try to make videos that people kind of request, or you know, there are questions that are asked while I'm streaming, and maybe I explain it there, but then I go, well, there's more to it, and I didn't get to explain it because I got distracted, because that happens all the time. And so I make a video over it. That's the reason, like, the last one I did on the on basically doing a very clean setup with OBS and talking about how to use copy transform and a lot of just the basic stuff in OBS to really, like, make a nice looking, you know, stream. That came because I remember, I think it was Crowfeet, who didn't know that you could do alt click and actually crop sources. And that just made me go, there's a lot of things that people probably don't know that you can do in OBS to make your life easier. So I figured why not? Let's go ahead and, like, make that easier. And that's where a lot of my video ideas kind of come through. The printer did work. I know the printer worked. The achievements I don't think worked. Okay, you lurk there. That's exactly how it feels. Yeah. It do be like that. Oh, okay. So it is triggering because it just said that Ellie was second in chat. Weird. Okay, so things I guess are working? I don't know. I don't know. So this is the reason why, like, because I'm working in the alpha build, this is one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start taking a lot of my complex stuff, like my achievements. Because look at how many actions I have for achievements, and I even have secret ones in there. But like, this is all the achievement system. And that's a fuck ton of stuff. Strange, I'm on Twitch. No sins 2020, and I finally saw a vid on ground control and stream elements. Never known ground. Oh yeah, ground control is pretty cool. If you use a lot of stream element stuff, I really don't. Mainly because ever since I discovered Streamer.bot, I just wanted to host everything locally. And this comes out of it literally. This came out of my Facebook gaming days where I was streaming there, and half the time the alerts were broken, or you couldn't get this connected to it, and like your stream would just be all screwed up. Like Facebook never took care of anything. I can't believe I started there and tried to build success there, because it was garbage, straight garbage. Anyway, because I was using Streamlabs, and then I would have Stream Elements as a backup. Occasionally both would be out. You would have literally no way to have alerts or anything like that, and it pissed me off. I just finally got done with having to rely on another service to trigger stuff. So I was like, I want something that I can host locally and take care of. And the first one I wound up with was actually Lumia Stream, which still is actually a fantastic program. It does have Streamer.bot integration with it, which is great. But like Lumia Stream primarily was initially for like Govee lights and other kinds of smart lights that you could control them similar to like anything in Streamer.bot. And then they were able to upgrade it to a point where you could trigger OBS actions just like you can in Streamer.bot. Like it can do a lot of the things Streamer.bot can as well. So I used that for a while, and then when I got affiliate on Twitch, that's when I was like, you know what? Screw Facebook, I'm done. And I started going Twitch full time. So, yeah. It was fun. To discover it so late is awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Was Twitch something else before it was Twitch? Yes. Yes, it was originally called Justin TV. It was originally Justin TV. And I remember I remember when that first came out, like Justin TV first started like getting big. And I remember thinking at the time, man, that would be really cool to actually like just broadcast my gameplay, and you could just have it there, so that way if I wanted to go back and look at it, I could. I didn't, I never really thought that it would have blown up into what it did. I can only imagine where I would be if I would have just knuckled up and did it back in college. Because I was at Ohio State when it first kind of appeared. Because, well, I think. Hang on.
We got movie side!
Now, wait a damn minute. All right, what do we got? Now, I gotta find a way to, like, pause the music. All right. Going home? Yep! Yes! Oh my god, yes! It is so fucking relatable! I need to send this to my wife. Oh my god, I need to send this to Kristen. Oh my god. That is like literally me. Because she will even ask me if I had fun. And I'm like, yeah, I had fun. She's like, oh, that's good. I'm glad you had fun. I'm like, yep. It was fun. Like, seriously, it's so me. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, I have got to, I have to send this to my wife. That is just too damn funny. Did you have fun, Hannah? Yeah. Oh my god. Or the ones that were bragging. One said, my dad has a gold tooth. The other said, my dad has diabetes. Diabetes. Yes, hello, Twisted. Welcome on in. How are you today? How do I want to send this to my wife? I need to connect my phone to my PC again. Where you can actually control your, you can control your phone through your PC. That's awesome. Left screen. So just to show, hey, Wazzy, look, it already posted. That's one thing I will say is really awesome, is that, you know, having that auto post done, so good. So good. Center screen. See, now it works. I fixed it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I know the printer worked. No, I was only complaining about the achievements going off. The achievements weren't going off, and I couldn't understand why. I knew the printer worked, but it just always makes me happy that the auto posting thing, it's just so worth it. Though it would be nice to be able to just not have to go through another service and be able to auto post myself. But Twitter charges you money for that, and Facebook doesn't like anything that is not theirs. Yes. Okay. Justin TV launched in 2007 for you, Ellie. And it became Twitch because he sold it. So I started at Ohio State in 2006. And I heard about Justin TV, I think, 2008. And 2008, 2009. Somewhere in there is where I learned about it, and I thought about just doing it for fun. I look back and go, goddamn. Where would I be now if I actually would have listened to myself back in the day? Probably not with my wife. So it's probably a good thing, because I really love my wife and I would not trade her in for anything. So there's that. Learn that move plugin. Yes. I mean, if you need any help, let me know. I am absolutely one to like to help out. I'm working on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing is you can always ask questions in the Discord server when it comes to really anything. I'm not the only one who knows stuff, so there's always people in there that can also help you out and answer questions and everything. I know I am like the tech guru of the server and everything. Like I'm the one who has. I don't know all the answers, but I have a lot of them. But you know, there are plenty of people who can help you out with that. Teach her so she can teach me. I can teach you right now if you want. Here. I know I was going to get into silenced stuff, but here, let's do some teaching. Okay, yeah, I saw that pop up about the insult me, and then it disappeared. I couldn't find it again. Did you delete that question? Or did I just wind up not getting to the right spot? The wizard behind the curtain. Yes, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Yeah. I gotta dismantle this at some point and put together a new one. Okay. Oh, I got it working, then posted a new one this morning. Oh, okay. I guess I missed that one. Okay, so let's see here. Well, you know what? If I switch now, it'll probably be like, I hate my life. So let's just not. We'll just grab a random image here and we'll just move it around. Zip it up, doop up, boot up, dig it up. Here, who do we want? Out of the ones I have, we'll get Aerith here. Yay! This is part of another thing I'm making. I'm making a Who's That Pokemon, but for video game characters. So that's another project I have, as well as coding my achievement system, which I can demonstrate that too. But anyway, so here we have an image. So when you have the move plugin, if you're intending to move the source, first thing you need to realize is you cannot apply a move source onto the actual source. Now, the logic of this is that you can't tell a source to move itself, because if you tell the source to move itself, it will do it if it's on any other scene, which could potentially mess things up. So the reason why the move source would then be a filter you apply to the scene is so that way it only moves on that specific scene and won't mess up any other iterations of, that source and any other scenes you may have. So when you're in here, you would do move source and, yeah, we'll just set up a first one here. And so I'm going to choose the image. Start delay is basically if it was to be initiated, if you wanted it to be a little bit delayed, or delayed for like 10 seconds or whatnot, you can do that.
Sir, this is your 5-minute warning. Twitch is demanding advertisements.
Okay. And the timer's... And I know why that is. I turned that off. That was my bad. Okay. Hang on. Where is the ads game widget? Oh. The box. Timer. Timer is not working? There we go. Well, crap. It's just going to be stuck at 0. Oh, well. It'll be good for the next time. Okay, so anyway, the duration is basically how long do you want it to move? I typically like to do 1 second moves. It just, I don't know. It typically winds up looking rather smooth depending on how far you're moving it. Now, where it's placed right now, if you get the transform, that's where it's sitting. Now, I do want to define this part real quick for you, because if you go into the source itself, and you go to Edit Transform, you look at the positional alignment here. It says top left, which means that the numbers it's showing you for X and Y coordinates is this corner right here. So any move you do is going to be from that specific point. So if I wanted to rotate this by, let's say, 180 degrees in 1 second, because it's sitting at the top left, it's not going to spin from the center. It'll spin from the top left. So you get something goofy like that, which isn't exactly what most people would want. Because you're like, well, I don't exactly want this like swing effect. I just wanted it to spin, right? So to fix it, you set this positional alignment to center. Now it does move where it used to sit. You can also, since you still, or no, that's still going to put it where we wanted. or not where we wanted. But anyway, so now that I have the position alignment center, what if I do the that rotate again and I do it like 180 degrees again? And then we trigger it. Oh, I forgot to get the I forgot to set the location. Let me try this again. So let me spin it. There we go. Don't worry, this always gets me every time. So once you like move it to where you actually want it, make sure you're hitting the get transform so that way it's actually sitting where it's supposed to. Don't be me and forget. But now that I add this 180 degree rotation, if I hit start, it should just spin like that. So, so you can do things like that. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Now, the one thing that is kind of an important thing to note is that you always need a way to return it if you want it to go back to a certain position. So what you would need to do then is create a secondary one, a second move source. Make sure you're applying it to the same thing. And I'll put it for another second, right? So I'm going to move this to this corner. And we're going to make it spin 360 degrees while it goes. Actually, I should get transformed, then do the 360. So that'll be the position for this filter. And then on this one, I'm going to move it down into the opposite corner. Like so. And I'll get the transform. So here would be the bottom left. And this one will be the
This is a reminder that ads will begin in 30 seconds. Please be ready for them.
Okay. So this one's for the bottom left.
5 minutes till ads.
Huh? Oh, are we still welcoming me, Felix? I know. Well, I messed up. Okay, so anyway. So if I hit on the move source 2, now we get that spin. And then to put it back, we do move source 1. So now you have the two actions to move it back and forth. And this is essentially this is just the principles of move source. Is that, it will move it to one place, but in order to get it to go back, you gotta enable the other filter. Now, here's where you can have fun with this, is if you come down, and we do this end delay on this first one, and I want to do an end delay of 2 seconds, right? So 2,000 milliseconds is 2 seconds. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down, and I'm going to do next move. The next move I'm going to put to source 2. So what this will wind up doing is it will go from the bottom left to the top right, stay there for 2 seconds, and then go back. Right? Yes. So now if I click this, because I have them tied together. Oh, I put the start delay, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, I need to try that again. Because I put it on start delay. That was... No, end delay. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, there we go. So it holds 2 seconds and then it goes back. So that's how you can actually, like, automate it. We all love a good bork. I am a good bork. Funny enough, I don't have Insult Me added onto my main one. I only have it when I open up the tutorial version. I don't know why I don't add it. I know why I don't add it onto mine is because I got paranoid. I don't know why I got paranoid, but I did get paranoid. I think it was because I've had some trauma from Urban Dictionary. That's okay. I can add it. It's not a problem. Here, I'll turn it on for you. I know you like to be insulted, so I'm going to turn it on for you. Give me a minute. But yeah, I mean, this is the basics of putting together the move sources. Now, you can do an infinite loop on these. So I'm gonna add a 2-second delay on this as well. And then here I'll do the next move to the move source. So when we enable this, now it's gonna jump back and forth between the two spots. And it'll just keep repeating over and over again. This is how I get my floating screens to work. This is the exact principle. That made so much more sense than the videos I was watching. Well, and that's something that I know. Something I realize is a lot of the guys who do put out this information, who try to explain these things, a lot of them are coders. A lot of them have the knowledge base of how these things are constructed and put together. And because of that, sometimes they have that blind spot. Me, I learn this stuff as I go. And with me learning it, I have a different perspective because I remember, I keep in my head what it was like for me to have to sit and learn it and understand it. So that way I can translate it better. That's my whole thing. Yes, thank you for them 69 biddies. Appreciate it there, Wathy. I'm tech savvy, but I'm not code savvy or anything. And I think that's where some of the disconnect comes, is because a lot of guys are code savvy.
Ads will begin in 30 seconds. Please be ready for them.
Okay, this time I won't delay. But a lot of the guys are tech savvy, so that typically is why they sometimes come off a little confusing. I notice you're doing a big push on shorts lately. No, I'm, I stopped shorts altogether. I'm not doing shorts again. The shorts literally killed my regular videos. Like, my viewer rate on videos just plummeted. Oh, what movie scene do we have for these ads? I don't know. Almost looks like The Mandalorian, but that ain't right, because that's a TV show, not a movie. The hell is that? I heard from a YouTube streamer that shorts make more money. Honestly, I wouldn't know because I am not monetized on YouTube. So here's the deal. And I'm going to take off my hoodie because I'm starting to sweat and I don't like that. So regardless of monetization, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to wait until our ads are over. Because I feel like I need to, I want to make sure this is kind of like, I don't know, maybe heard or something. I still don't know what this is. Oh, I know what it is now. Come with me or there'll be trouble. Hell yeah, RoboCop. What a great movie. You had it slightly late. Okay, so when it comes to so here's the thing. When I started like doing one short a day on my channel, where I'm normally putting out a lot of the tutorials and whatnot, I was trying to make it like the showcase of not just you know, the knowledge I have and the tutorials I do. I also wanted to kind of showcase, you know, what goes on during my live streams and show that yes, I can be a fun guy. And what wound up happening? Preston didn't wouldn't fall. Yes. What are these people? Dirt hats, beard dirt. Beard dirt. I love beard dirt. Anyway, so I started putting out the shorts, and the shorts didn't take off like at all. Like they got maybe, you know, the same kind of thing when it comes to like fucking TikTok. Gets a couple hundred views and then it's done. The problem wound up being that because YouTube's algorithm doesn't differentiate between videos and shorts, because it doesn't do that differentiation, it lumps everything together into one algorithm. And the problem is if you even remotely stray from what it already knows you to produce, it's not going to find the right audience. And then you start changing your algorithm to where it's going to go, oh, you don't want to do tutorials anymore. Okay, well, we're going to figure out what you're going to do now. And it will completely mess everything up. And so basically, like, you can do this, and then at any time you go slightly off, it tanks. My biggest issue with YouTube is the fact that shorts and videos and lives are all through the exact same algorithm, when each one of those three is independent audiences for the most part. Because the people who are watching long form videos are not the typical people who are going to be watching the shorts. And the people who are watching the shorts are not the typical people who are going to be watching the long form videos. And when it comes to the live streams, well, let's just face it, YouTube has never really been hardcore on live streams. They just haven't been. I have noticed seeing your shorts and not so much your vids lately. Yep. And it's because YouTube has basically lopped everything into one algorithm, and that algorithm just shifts so drastically between shorts and videos, because YouTube currently has everything where it's going to push out those shorts like crazy, and then the videos become an afterthought. That's not the way I want to work. I want my videos to be at the forefront, shorts and kind of back here. So I'm rethinking my strategy on it now. TikTok, I'll keep putting the stuff on TikTok. I honestly have no hopes for TikTok, because I don't think I fit that form of entertainment, so to speak. I've seen some of the lives that pop up, and all I can do is sit and go, what the fuck? Like, there's 100% way I know how I can automate one and probably get away with the exact same crap that people do, which is literally zero work. Who the fuck watches shorts on a TV? My kids. No joke. If I'm cooking dinner and they want to watch something on TV, they typically put on YouTube, and they will put on shorts. No shit. 75-inch TV, and here's YouTube Shorts. So it is definitely a younger generation that does that. But yeah, so I have 3 YouTube channels right now. So I have the OSUPhoenix one, which is where I'm putting tutorial stuff and whatnot. I'm going to just axe shorts altogether. Just done with that. Then I have the OSUPhoenix Games one, and that's where I'm putting Winnable Wednesday VODs. I'll probably be putting other VODs up there too. That's where I think I'm going to start sending all my shorts. I think all my shorts are going to go there. And I'm basically going to just like cross-promote them in ways. So like if somebody likes the short, they can see that I do tutorials over on my other channel and just kind of cross-promote them. And then the third one I've got is the R&D division, which is basically I only have that there to house videos demonstrating like what I've created that I put up on my website, or I share to people to show them like what I can do to, generate business. So I have 3 YouTube channels I'm running. One I don't care about, if it's successful or not, and that's the R&D thing. That's literally just it's there so that way I can, house videos without having to take up storage on my website or, having to take up storage here. But yeah, the other two, I'm working on figuring out how I'm going to work that, and I think I'm just gonna do tutorials on my primary focus one, because that's what's been successful for me. And then on the games one, if it works, great. If it doesn't, whatever. OSU Ghostbusters channel. Oh my god. I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I love Ghostbusters, and I could geek out with it all day long. I know somebody way better at it than me, and that's my cousin. My cousin is hardcore into Ghostbusters. By hardcore, I mean he's been building his own proton pack. He's converted his car into his own version of an ectomobile. He actually goes to conventions and is with the Ohio Ghostbusters like group. Yeah. I mean, he could outdo me in so many ways. So I just go, yeah, I'm not at that level. 1. Optimize your channel and videos. 2. Cross-promote on social media. 3. Collaborate. 4. Be consistent and niche-focused. Yes. That is the typical typical recipe. But again, I was trying to see I was trying to see if I could potentially get people interested in wanting to be interested in what I do live, seeing what I take, what we do here on the lives and everything, and see if I could get them to want to come in. And yeah, that's not what happened. Instead, it wound up screwing my reach up, and now I'm going to have to kind of do some rebuilding with it. I honestly don't think it'll take me long, because I have my own methods when it comes to long form videos that has been working. And a lot of that is how I'm targeting my audience. Not quite. Thank you for them 10 biddies. Oh, yeah. But, when I make something for Streamer.bot, if it is something for free, I make sure I'm throwing it up in the Streamer.bot, the Streamer.bot's Discord server, and letting people, hey, this is free, go for it. Now, when it comes to anything that I do, like paid, like if it's something I'm putting behind a paywall, that I do not promote out to, people in the Streamer.bot community. That's not what that's there for, in my opinion. I don't want to be putting that kind, hey, come pay me money for the Streamer.bot widget. I don't want to be putting that in the Streamer.bot Discord. It just feels wrong. So I let those stand on their own. I'll probably post about it on X or Blue Sky, just to see if I can attract anybody from it, but nothing hardcore. So, I mean, I have my methods to get everything back on track. I'm not too worried about it. I will say it's a shame that it screwed your analytics. I enjoy the little clips. Well, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wind up moving those just to the other channel, to the OSUPhoenix Games channel. So here, let me close this real quick. Okay, it'll take a minute. By the way, you can do insult me now if you want to there, Wazzy. Okay. So what I'm going to show you guys what I've been using to generate these clips, because the funny thing about this is Nexus clips, and it's just like many of the other AI clip generators, but I really like how this one works. Loved your trick or treat. Oh, thanks. We made that one live on stream for a Free Design Friday, if I remember right. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get to finish it on stream, but I did like get the basics of it and everything started on stream. But yeah, I mean, I try to produce a combination of free stuff and stuff that helps generate some money for me. I'm trying to, support my family and myself with what I'm doing here. So, Hershey Sparks, didn't you already follow? You're following again. I thought you followed already. Welcome back. Is there a thing so I can insult someone else? No, I left it as you can only insult yourself. You can only have the insult directed at you. And that is a personal preference for me, because I don't want somebody to feel attacked or hurt by something. Like, it's just one of those things. I want people to feel like they can come in and still have a good time and not feel like they're being targeted or anything like that. So I need to banter you then. True, ChatGPT. I mean, ish, something like that. See you tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Okay. Hopefully we won't have any issues like we did last week. Of course, my issue was idiots with a dryer didn't ever fucking show up. But we do have a dryer, by the way. That is done. It works. We're good. I finally have a dryer. But yeah, we'll definitely see you for some Winnable Wednesday. Okay, so any hoot, Nexus clips. This is the funny story about how I discovered this was they followed me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. So Nexus clips followed me first. And so I was like, Nexus clips. All right, let me go look at like what this is. And so I looked into it and I read and I, was reading their stuff and whatnot and kind of getting an idea. And all those clips you've been seeing the past like week, I'm sorry, I'm pointing the wrong direction. That, there we go. So I have been very happy with this. So like, if I click on one of these, like, I love how it breaks things down. Like, most other AI clip generators only would give me like maybe 10, 12 max on clips. On one video, it gave me 39, which is huge. I just wish their mobile worked better. I know that's something that they're working on. I read they had like an announcement or something like that. But I was reading it and they said they are trying to actually make a full-on app, I think is what they said they were going to try and do. If reactions were frames, OSUPhoenix would be running on PowerPoint. Aw, I think. Is that a compliment? Missed opportunity for 69. Oh, you sure about that? Fair enough. So anyway, but this so I've been using this and it like shows the bottom on the timeline, like where those sections are, and going in there and actually like editing and everything, really, it's surprisingly intuitive. But it does a really good job at like finding moments that I may have not thought about and like presenting it. And when I look at them, I'm like, okay, well, let me like back it up a little bit here, add a little bit here. And I'm like, okay, so, I mean, you could do that with so many others, but this one just felt easy. This one felt very fluid. And it just, I don't know. Something about Nexus clips has really clicked with me. And one of the things I like, here, I'm just going to go in here. One of the things I absolutely love about this is the fact that I like to schedule my content as much as possible. And I used to use Metricool for that. So I'd have to like download it and then re-upload it to Metricool. You don't have to do it with this. It automatically has a post to TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Like, and you can schedule these. You do a program, and then you can select the date and time on it. I mean, that for me, that's huge because for me, I can dedicate an entire day to like, really scheduling it all out, and then we're good. Hello, oh, Sita, long time. How you doing? How's the weather down there? From Chile, yeah. Definitely a lot cheaper as well. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I know a lot of people had used like eclipse.gg. I did not like Eclipse. Because Eclipse never would look at anything other than gameplay. And me, I do gameplay, but I also do a lot of this. And so the fact that Nexus really dives in a lot better into multiple formats makes things so much easier. Is cool. All right. It's starting to kind of warm up here in Anchorage. But it's really rainy and gross right now. Netflix and chill. Ugh. Ooh, who you want to Netflix and chill with? We know it's not really Netflix. We know you just want to chill. So anyway, so instead of doing my OSUPhoenix channel, I now have one that's OSUPhoenix Games. This is where I'm going to start putting the clips. So, and view my channel. Here we go. So this is going to be the channel where I'm going to post like gameplay stuff. So, I'm putting together. Oh, I need to put these in their own playlist, I think, or display the playlist up here. But this is where I'm going to start sending all the shorts. I'm going to put all the shorts on here. Nerdcast and chill. Hey, I like it. Hey, Breezers, what's up? So if you want to see all the clips and everything, I can put this channel in, here, I'll just put the channel in here if you want. So that's where I'm going to start sending clips from now on, instead of sending it to my main channel, since it screwed up the algorithm like horribly. That's where I'm going to send the clips. I'm happy and nice. Oh, goody. At the very top, you should have live and going live. Yes. But this channel here, this is not the channel I'm streaming on. So I will do streams and tutorials on the channel I'm currently streaming on, my main channel. But this OSUPhoenix Games, this is going to be, again, for all the Winnable Wednesday stuff, all my shorts, because this channel, if it grows, great. If it doesn't, great. I don't care. This is not the channel I'm focused on. The channel I'm focused on is my primary one, and that is the one I want to make sure gets monetized. That's the one I want to, grow and get to where I want it to be. This channel is nice. Oh, thank you. I try to make this as friendly as possible. Oh, look at that. See, Chance already subscribed. Look at you. Thank you. The main vein. Yes, I have multiple different channels. So I've got that channel, the OSUPhoenix channel, the R&D channel, and then of course I've got Izzy's channel that I manage. Felix has his own channel technically, but I don't ever use it. Ham. I am a ham. I'm a big ham. So anywho, but I just wanted to bring that up, that, yeah, the shorts are going to move. The shorts have to move, because after watching all my viewership just freaking nosedive, it just has to go. I can't watch my channel suffer that much. Okay. Why isn't this OBS closing? There we go. Ignoring me? What did I ignore? What did I ignore? What did I miss? Oh. Where's the D29 band hammer? Oh, the D20 band hammer? Oh, yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Hang on. I send you link. So if you go to OSUPhoenix.tv, my website, as soon as it wants to load. So when you load in here, we're going to want to go to the R&D division right here, which is going to take you to the R&D. I should probably put an easier way to this. So then we get to, basically my design stuff and whatnot. And the free stuff would be right here for free graphics. Thank you for helping me out with all this stuff. Always a lot of help. I mean, again, if you guys ever have questions, don't just freaking ask. It's a high for me to sit and answer these questions. I love answering these questions. Makes me happy. Oh, there's multiple. So, this is where you can get all the free graphics. I'm probably going to take this and I'll find a way to like combine things together. But the D20 ban hammer is number 14. So if you click on D20 critical ban, it'll take you down there. Takes a minute. But here, yeah. The download right there, it'll pop up with a YouTube video eventually. Yeah, Stanky Old Pickle is there. Yep. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? The chicken, he stepped out of line. He ain't no chicken no more. Whoa! But yeah, if you were looking for like those free Design Friday things, they're all in here. So like these are free panels that you can download and use on, and you know, you can put them in, or you can use the top ones and whatnot. There's all sorts of shit in here. So, you know, go crazy, have fun, download whatever you want. So, Kristen has not got the official word on when the report date is. So we don't have official orders yet, but we do know, yes, indeed, in fact, we are moving to Joint Base Lewis McChord, that's about an hour away from Seattle. So we will be in Washington. We are anticipating that they're going to say we need to be there by the end of August, and we're going to probably try and push that to an earlier date so we can basically leave here at the beginning of August and get to Washington before the girls would have to start school, because we do not want to move them in the middle of school. So if we can adjust that, that's what we're going to do. So we're thinking probably August is when we're going to be doing the move. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do when it comes to the move. In terms of the stream and all the stuff, okay? I haven't decided whether I want to just stick with the laptop and just do some laptop streams, and you're not going to be able to trigger anything and all that stuff. Because my laptop can't handle that. I don't know if I'm going to go that route, or if I'm going to suffer the not the debacle, but the pain of moving all this equipment with me in the truck, and I won't have a desk to set it all up on until my desk would arrive. So I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do when it comes to the actual move. I know we ourselves are going to be driving, you know, so we'll take like 4 or 5 days to drive from here to Washington, because I'm sure British Columbia is going to be a fun thing to go, or not British Columbia, but the Yukon. I'm sure that'll be fun. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do in terms of like keeping the stream going and going through all that. So it's something I'll be thinking about. I don't have a definitive plan on that. I've still got a little bit of time to figure it out. But yeah, August is when we're probably going to be moving, which means all this will probably have to be torn down like the last week of July. So we'll see what goes on. How do I feel about Washington? Washington wasn't on the short list. Yeah, so Washington was originally not on the short list. But, so, since Kristen made chief, the way, you know, the top of the enlisted, the E9 rank, everything functions differently when it comes to assignments. And so all these chiefs that had to basically up to PCS to move, they all got into a group chat and they all planned out where they all wanted to go. The problem is the DoD decided, nah, none of you get that. They all planned it out to where all the DoD had to do was go, each one of these person's number ones is where they go. They didn't do that. So, since Kristen is, as they call baby chief, she's the like lowest tier because of her time in service, and her line number and all that. She was last one to get picked, and one of the assignments went away. So that's when the whole conversation about Lewis McCord popped up, and we were all good with that. We're good with going to Lewis McCord because we know we have friends there, so that's one good thing, is that we do have friends in the Seattle area, so that'll be helpful. But it also is one of those things where I'm extremely happy that, one, we're not going to be going to any base in California because that's just too fucking expensive for us. Two, we didn't wind up at Cannon, which is in New Mexico, which is white girl disaster zone because lots of them go missing. You know, there are definitely places that we did not want to wind up. There are places we wish we would have went to, but it is what it is. Why is it not resetting? Why is all my shit always broken? Anyway. So, yeah, you know people? Yeah, actually, they were in our wedding. So, yeah, we've known them from quite a while. Road trip. Yeah, right. I got to move my stepson here in a couple months. Oh, yeah? Where's your stepson have to go? But yeah, so, you know, we're excited for this move. I will be sad in some respects to leave Alaska, but now I've realized there's a big reason why I will be okay with it. Shipping to Alaska is just a fucking nightmare. And what really depressed me is I found out that Newegg has a trade-in program for CPUs and GPUs. And I was like, oh, great. I would love to upgrade my GPU and like go back to NVIDIA for the simple reason I didn't realize that Blender is not optimized for anything AMD. And because of that, I was like, well, shit. And so I've been looking at it, and when I saw that, I was like, sweet. And then they're like, yeah, you can't do it. You can't do the trade-in if you're in Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, or anywhere else outside the continental US. So that was a big god damn it. So that made me sad. So the idea that I won't have to deal with that kind of crap with shipping, that is a nice thing. Moving out of his place, he's been there a couple years. Roommates got some girl. Yeah, I know that. I know how that goes. I've been there. Just the continental U.S. Crazy. Honestly, no joke. When it comes to the, as it's called up here, the lower 48, everything is really smooth running there. Alaska and Hawaii, shipping rates are ridiculous. Anywhere where they're like, oh, it's free shipping, we'll do free shipping. Not to Alaska, not to Hawaii. At minimum, my shipping costs wind up being like $25 just to ship something. In fact, I shipped stuff from my parents' house when I was there cleaning it out and everything. There was some stuff that belonged to me, and I put it in a box, and I went to mail it. To mail this box that weighed like, what, 15 pounds, I think it was, through USPS, it cost me $77 to ship it here. Hoochie mama, that's expensive. Yes, it is very expensive, and it sucks. Puke. Yes, indeed. Am I overtaxing this? Or is it just taking that long to load? I think it's just taking that long to load. But yeah, so I will be, this is another reason why I tell people when they're like, oh, I want to ship you something. I'm like, don't not until after I'm out of here. Because the price to the cost of shipping to Alaska is just stupid. And honestly, I hate to say it, the way things are going with all these tariffs and everything, it isn't going to get any better. It's only going to get more expensive to ship here. So, yeah. So, yeah, just wait until I'm back into the mainland 48. That would be the safer place to ship things to. He's a coder at Allstate. Oh, nice. Very nice. That's a decent job. Wish I had a good job. Oh, wait, I do.
This is a reminder that ads will begin in 30 seconds. Please be ready for them.
Okay. Isn't Seattle an expensive area to live into? It is. Our primary concern always winds up being housing more than anything, and we typically try to get into base housing to where anything that would be given to us for your BAH, your base allotted housing. Oh, never mind. Let's run ads, and then I will continue to answer. I can't tell you what that is. Don't know what movie this could be at all. So I'm just gonna take a guess, and I'm gonna say Clue, 'cause I can. I'm sure I'm wrong. I am so sure I'm wrong. Hired in 60,000, fresh out of college and got 10K in raises already. Nice. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Everything always starts looking like Shrek or Big Bird. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did it just say chance the... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'm like, wait the damn minute. Oh, wow. This is one of those that's definitely many people probably don't remember. Hello, Night Gecko. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you in here, Gecko. Heard you streamed, and I missed it. Makes me very unhappy that I missed your stream. Okay. Jungle to Jungle. Haven't seen that in forever, right? Honestly, not as entertaining as I remember it being when I was a kid. It definitely was one that made me go, eh? That's definitely on that, eh. Huh? Get out of here, you little bean! Thank you for them 7 biddies. Oop. Okay, so why aren't you letting me do this? There we go. All right. So let's see here. I think Silenced wanted purple. And so I have this idea of how I want to make this happen. I think I'm using the wrong one, though. I think that's the still version, which is not what I want. So let me find the other one. I have to play around with a bunch of different tools, but I downloaded Blender. Looks complicated. Let's just say I still don't know everything about Blender, and I've been working in it for about 4 years. If you want to learn Blender, definitely start with Blender Guru's course of the donut. Start with the donut tutorial. That'll get you a good start. A lot of the things I wind up doing, I mean, let's just face it. It's a rough program. You really got to understand what you're doing. you have to make a lot of mistakes. This is the one I think I wanted. Yeah, okay. So I want lightning to kind of come through. Something like that. So I'm actually going to make this alert. I'm intending to make this alert almost a full screen alert because I think that would be fun. I'm doing good. I did stream, but I told no one really. Oh, one small message at the end of Crow's stream yesterday. Oh, nice. I still am a little sad. OSUPhoenix admitted he never finished his donut. That is actually true. I never did finish my donut. Okay. Let me make some adjustments here. Why is the main one not going the way I want? I bet it's the end point, isn't it? No? Okay. That's closer. So the idea that I'm doing here is I have this thought of having the lightning come across and like flash on the screen, and it will leave a box that we can put the text in. That's my idea. One of my most critical things is traveling around the object. Getting used to that was insane. Yeah, doing this essentially. Having a keypad definitely helps. I'm the real reason Duncan dropped the donuts from their name. I will respectfully disagree. I love Duncan. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Anybody who's like, oh, Starbucks, yeah, Starbucks. I'm like, no. Like, I actually saw a TikTok today where these people went to Disneyland and they were so excited to go to Disneyland. They're like, oh, what's the first thing we're going to do when we go to Disney? They went to freaking Starbucks inside Disney World and waited 45 minutes. Guys, there are much better things in Disneyland when it comes to food and beverages than fucking Starbucks. And if you wanted Starbucks that bad, you should have got it before you went to the damn park. Like, the Starbucks thing, it drives me nuts. It really does. I don't understand why Starbucks is so popular. The world runs on Phoenix. That would be unfortunate. I don't like those. Yeah, me either. How many branches should I do? Let's do about that. And then, so when we have it come in, it'll come across like this, animating in. And then we'll have it suddenly disappear once the flash happens. That's what it looks like when it's animated, so it's definitely going to move around a bunch, but we're not going to have it there that long. I make coffee at home that I enjoy better than both. Yes, typically. I do like, I will get like Dunkin's brand of coffee because I do enjoy their brand. It's just my thing. I miss the sodas from around the world. Except for, oh God, what was the one? It was from Italy. Fuck. I know what you're talking about too. For those disgusting sodas. Beverly, that's what it was called. It was Beverly from Italy, and it was nasty as shit. All the others were not too bad, but fucking Beverly. If you wanted to make somebody hate their life, you told them to drink Beverly. It's It's pretty funny you're going to move to Starbucks Mecca. I know. My wife and my girls will be happy with that. Me, I literally could care less. Everybody daring each other to drink it. Yep. No, see, we would actually prank people and be like, oh man, you gotta have Beverly. It's like the best one they got. It is like the biggest dick move ever. It literally was one of the biggest dick moves you could pull off. Okay, this animate lightning needs to go way down. Or up. Okay. Why do they always have to reverse it? Like, that part never makes sense to me. Yeah, I don't want it to move, like, ridiculous, so that'll work. It is kind of funny that I am going to be going to Starbucks Mecca. I don't know. Izzy already likes to have Starbucks in the morning. I get her the Frappuccinos. She loves those damn things. Oh yeah, the hard candy spree. Yeah, that was good stuff. I thought they still made the original. If they really did go to just Chewy, that kind of sucks. Like, no lie, that really sucks. I need to get a good purple to this. That'll work. And then I'll fancy it up when I go into the composting. Okay, so for an alert, I usually do these in 60 frames a second. Just because it looks smoother, it looks better, which means I usually have this go for about 10 seconds, so it'd be 600 frames. Yeah. So let's see. To make this come on the screen and animate, at frame 1, and then this needs to pop up quick, so it'd be like frame 5. Like that. So like that, and then by 20, that's when we need to have like the entire screen flash. So that'll be this, and then the next frame, it'll be gone. Like so. I remember biking to the candy store as a kid with my buddies, getting sprees, and then literally climbing into a tree to eat them. Nice. I remember, God, I will never forget it. It was the marching band trip to the Citrus Bowl. We were marching the Citrus Bowl in Florida in 2000. It was going to be 2000 to 2001, so we were there for New Year's. And I don't know how we wound up with so many goddamn pixie sticks, but I remember I did like almost a full 100 pack of them. Not all of them, but like almost a full 100 pack of them, dumping them into Mountain Dew. It literally turned into a milkshake. Like my Mountain Dew was like a milkshake, but of like pure sugar. And we mixed it with a drumstick. And that drumstick definitely turned funny colors. And then I drank the whole damn thing. I'm pretty sure I should have had diabetes right after. But when that shit kicked in and that sugar was going berserk in my system, I still remember my band director going, "The 8th floor has no one on it. You just go. Go to the 8th floor and don't come back until you're tired." And I ran the entire length of the 8th floor I don't even know how many times. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I learned a valuable lesson. Sure, there is such thing as sugar overload. Remember the giant pixie sticks? Yes. They num num. Oh, maybe I need to... That's too fast. Okay. That's cool. I can extend that out. We used to get those long, fat straws filled with pixie sticks sugar. Yeah, the giant ones. They're like 2 foot long and around an inch in diameter. Yeah, they were amazing. And they only sold them for like, what, $1? Like $1 at that time? Back in the 90s? It was so awesome. Ooh, I know one of the reasons why. Okay. Also, so on 30 right here, we're going to do that and then come back. Let's see. Bring the amount of branches down to maybe there. All right, let me see how that animates. Cool. That's a little bit better of what I want. Oh, what? What? They have them on Amazon? Left screen. Yes, they're up $25 for... Okay, so they're still $1 a piece. Okay. 25 giant pixie sticks for $25. I am good with that. The problem is, I don't need that shit anymore. I'm 40 years old. I don't think I can handle that shit anymore. Like, there is a reason this shit is made for kids and not adults. But God. When you would get one of these as a kid, like, one of the funniest things was, in order to get the goddamn thing open, you had to have scissors. Like, you just had to have fucking scissors in order to open a pixie stick. Because the tubing on it was so damn thick. But man, once you got one of those, you felt like you were king of the fucking world. Oh, God. It was so good. Legal cocaine. Pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Or a chainsaw. Yeah, that also checks out. Definitely checks out. Oh, yeah, Wilford Brimley was onto us. He knew what was up. What's this? Giant... Oh, God. They should have renamed Mega Bruiser. You know, I feel like they could have done a better name with the Giant Jawbreaker. I feel like Giant Jawbreaker would have been better labeled as, like, the fucking, like, head destroyer. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Hang on. Oh, God. I don't think they make it anymore. What is it called? Oh, the Chupa? Is that what they were called? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it was the Chupa Chupa. I don't think they make the giant ones anymore. Let me see. Oh, they do. Here it is. Now, well, it's a different company. Okay, so Chupa Chupa made one like this. And one, it was not, they never put it in a box. And my sister got me one 1 year as a congratulations kind of thing. And had it in a bag, and she saw a friend, and she was like, "Oh yeah, oh, it's good to see you," and went to hug him. Well, what she forgot was that one of these giant suckers was still in the bag, and so when she hugged the person so ecstatically, it came around, it hit her in the head, and she broke open to where she had to have 8 stitches. She had to have 8 stitches because of a sucker that size. Couldn't you imagine walking into an ER and having to explain why you have this gash in your head? And you have to say, "I got hit in the head with a sucker"? Why is it... Marcus is, like, racking up freaking points for some reason. So the chat, I don't understand why my chat one is still so freaking broken. I thought I maybe fixed it, but I guess not. Where is it? There it is. We'll just disable it. I don't know why it's doing that. First I complained it wasn't working. Now I'm complaining that it's working too well. Because I'm the bomb. Yeah, okay. The ER staff definitely told that story to their significant other when they went home that night. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like, the giant, just having that thought. My mom, it was a little sadistic. She had a picture of Manda, my sister, with that gash before they had sewn it up. And she had it on the fucking fridge for years. Like, granted, it was funny, but I don't think it's display it on your fridge funny. That should have probably been a sign that my mom was very messed up. I'm always here to break something. Yes. Oh, that's still sitting in my cart. By the way, this is what I'm working towards right now. This is what I want to get. Want to get me a new GeForce. I don't know if I'm going to go with that one or not, but yeah. Anyhoot. Back to what I was doing. Center screen. Ooh, yes. I can't afford it right now, but that is the dream currently. Why does that... It, like, jumps so bad, like, right there. Maybe I should just stop it at 0.5 instead. Oh, shit. 0.05, 0.05. It's important to pay attention to your decimals, folks. No liquid cooled. I honestly have never done liquid cooled, and a lot of that is because of how much we move. I'm always afraid if I do liquid cooled during a move, that liquid is going to bust open and like spill everywhere. And I really don't need that hassle. I'm fine with fan cooling. I pretty much optimize it. I don't care about fan noise. It really doesn't bother me, the noise my PC makes. It never has bothered me. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, it sounds like a jet engine." I don't get it. But I don't do liquid cooled just for the simple fact I move way too much. Okay, that looks a little bit more reasonable, I think. Yeah, okay. My daughter, when she was younger, dove into the bottom of her bunk bed and flayed her head open. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, that's no bueno. Oh, that sucks. Now, see, I almost lost my pinky toe, but I honestly couldn't tell you how it happened. I have a theory on how it happened. But yeah, I don't remember how exactly it happened, but in the basement, in my parents' basement, we had these like just metal shelves. And they weren't rounded off or smoothed out or anything because they were made in the 80s when nobody really gave a shit about safety, which was great. You know, we all learned lessons that way. But I guess I was playing down there, and then all of a sudden, I called for help, and my pinky toe was literally like hanging off of my foot, and it was just like dangling there. Yeah. Apparently, like everybody's like, yeah, we're pretty sure you got your pinky toe onto one of those metal shelves, and it just cut like through. So yeah, that was fun. So I know I've had that. I barely remember it because I think I was like 3 or 4. It wasn't that old. I do remember getting hit in the head with a baseball bat because the neighbor wanted to play T-ball, and I got to be the T. And he definitely missed the ball. Missed the ball by, like, you know, some inches. So, I remember that. Okay. How do I want to do... Oh, I know how I'll do this. Okay, we're going to scale this to about that size. Item. We're going to apply the scale. Now, when the lightning's here, I need this to... Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. Or maybe I need to go further back. This is the hard part, is judging how you want to do this. Maybe about there. And then what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to shrink this. We're going to use the scale to make this happen. So it'll be at 0, and then it'll flash up and then come back down. Everything will disappear at the same time. And what we'll be left with is the box where we're going to put all our text. And it'll all be like aligned in lightning or some shit. I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I need is, I need to grab this color, whatever color we're doing here, and I need to apply it to this. Hope this doesn't mess with anything. I don't think it will. Ooh, yeesh. Oh, I was reading something. Never mind. Ignore me. Ooh, maybe no. That's not gonna. We need to make it an emission. It needs to match. It needs to match. And so we're like at 300 and something. We'll just say 400. And this only needs to last like a few frames. Not even much. Okay, so it all disappears there, which means... Okay, we'll start here on this scale. 1, 2. Give it 2 frames, and then we will 0 out on the Y, like so. So 60, 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 and do 0 here. This way it's a quick flash. Ish. Are you allowed to paint the walls in base housing? Yes, you are allowed to paint the walls, but there's always a but. If you paint the walls, you must repaint them before you leave the same color that it was when you got the house. You're in base housing? I am indeed. Here on Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson. And holes in the wall, yes. Depending on which privatized housing company you get. I know when we were at Dias Air Force Base, they charged us 25 cents per hole. in the wall. So if you hung anything up, it was 25 cents. Thank God the lady we got that, was doing the final inspection as we were leaving. She was pregnant. She liked us. And she was just like, you know what? $6. All right, let's move on. You're at Scott?
Sir, this is your
Nice.
5-minute warning.
Sounds like a
Twitch is
deal,
demanding
25 a hold.
advertisements.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you don't normally get that. I still won't forget leaving Goodfellow Air Force Base down in San Angelo. And they charged us $35 to clean off sidewalk chalk. We got charged for sidewalk chalk. Folks, when I say that that privatized housing was a bad idea when it comes to the military, this is why. Is because the housing companies literally nickel and dime everything out of you. That's actual theft. Nope. That's the thing. That privatized housing in the military, that's what they do. And there's nothing any of us can really do about it. You can send your complaint to the DOD. They're not going to do anything. They take all of the BAH, and then when you leave, they still charge you at the ass. Now, see, I've been fortunate. I've been fortunate so far in all the houses that we've lived in. We've never had mold. We have never had the issue of mold. I have seen houses that have the mold issue, and it sucks. Oh, yeah. If you're in the Marines or the Army, your housing is straight up shit. Like, I even know that. Air Force is lucky in the respect that there is some standard that still kind of exists. It's not much better, but it's much better than what the Marines and the Army get, and that's bullshit. Air Force is a company that's called a branch. You're not wrong. There's a reason why it's called the Chair Force. It's very, very, it is an earned name. Like, it's apt, it's earned. No denying. No denying it's the Chair Force. The best branch coming from Marine. It's the best at taking care of its own people. That's what I'll say. Air Force is absolutely great at taking care of its own people. However, when it comes to straight up badassery, Marines have got that. Marines have got that shit on lock. Sorry. When your song is based around drinking in a tavern and fighting people, you kind of win. I'm back with food. Ooh, what kind of food? What kind of num-nums do you got? We are pit bulls tied outside that don't get love. We aggressive. It's true. Man, there was a time where I really wanted to be a Marine. That was an actual thing, an actual dream I had, was to be a Marine. I just thought, I was like, the uniform's cool. They are absolute badasses. And I was medically disqualified from everything, so it didn't really matter. It's just a name to me. Wow. Oh, no. I've never heard that before. A pizza pocket and sour cream and onion chips. Ooh, num-num. That actually sounds really good. That really does sound good. Oh, no. Okay. I just want to delete the face. There we go. Okay, so...
This is a reminder that ads will begin in 30 seconds. Please be ready for them.
All right. Okay, what happened that my timer doesn't set now? I think while we do this, like this, fun ad break, I'm gonna look and see why my timer doesn't get reset. What did I break? I feel like I broke everything. I could have. All right, what movie scene we got here? Happy Face McGee. I don't know. Who is it, folks? Or what movie is it, folks? Actually, I know what it is. Aha! Okay, so admin reset and restart ads clock. There it is. No, that's not it. Okay, shut down ads. Stream word found. 30-second warning. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oops. Now I see what I did. Okay, now I know why the timer doesn't exist. I accidentally deleted that. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Yes, Blade it was. The first Blade. Some motherfuckers always be trying to ice skate uphill. So yeah, I now know why the timer doesn't work, because I accidentally deleted the action that would do that. So I gotta rebuild that. So that's a me error. What are we working on? We are working on silenced songs overlay package, essentially. So here, for those who haven't seen this yet, I've been putting together his screens, like the starting soon screen and all that. I cannot bring the actual file up live, otherwise it'll crash like everything. My PC will scream and cry and not like anybody anymore. So oh darn. Okay, well, this will give you an idea. So this is not it in its completed form. This was the last successful render I was able to do. There has been more stuff that's been added to this, and some things that have kind of been changed for the better. But he'll have the starting soon, and then the be right back. We're gonna put a TV in the middle that he can display his like clips, like he can put together a clip montage. And then ending screen will be there. There's a sign that will be here that he can put like his chat up on, or if he wanted like the countdown timer on a starting soon, he could put that on the sign. But this is me making, an overlay package for him. And this is what he requested. He was thinking about a spooky forest with, blue and purple lightning. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll run with it. So this is where I'm at so far. And since I can't really work on this, because of how intense it is to render, we're working on the alerts now. So that's where I'm at. Ooh, you like that? Oh, good. Do you know how to get the gamble thing working? Whoa, is that the stream up one? Because if it's the stream up one, I know TD was the one who made that. Yeah, I don't have gamble on here. It's not something I ever added. On Stream Elements. Oh. Let's see here. It's been a while since I've messed with some Stream Elements stuff. So let's take a look. So oh, did I think I might have deleted them all. Hang on. I think I did. I think I accidentally deleted all of them. Okay. Let me see if I switch to the YouTube one, if it'll exist on that one. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I was like, I know I have it existing somewhere. So let's see. The gamble. Where is that one? 8-ball commands, emotes, quote, tip, uptime, vanish, alerts, command, doc, edit, counter. Why do I not have this one? Am I even looking in the right spot? I feel like maybe I'm missing it. Am I missing it? You sure it's through Stream Elements? I don't see it. Under modules? Okay. Let's see here. Burnt peanut. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. The roulette command allows the viewers to gamble a specific amount of their loyalty points with a chance to double their bet or lose it all. So is are we talking the roulette one then? Yeah, it's been a while since I've messed around with Stream Elements too. That's why I'm like having to look stuff up because I'm like, do. Oh, here we go. Nixie plays. I see. Do. Oh, that's. Oh, never mind. That's somebody else's like full command list. Never mind. Oh, roulette module. Is this what we're looking at? He calls them peanuts. Fair enough. So yeah, roulette and then points. So whatever you name your points, your channel points, I'm sure will populate there. So let's see here. Examples, wager 100 point, roulette 100, or roulette 50%. So they can do it either as a set point amount, or they can set it as a percentage of their overall points by doing the exclamation point roulette, or I guess if you change the command to gamble. And then let's see. So how much they're going to wager. Streamers can configure the roulette module in the Streamer Elements dashboard, including minimum wage amount, cooldown period between uses, how rigged the roulette is. You can be a real jerk with that. So I know you have to have the loyalty points set up in Stream Elements and then have the roulette module enabled, I believe. That sounds about right, yeah. I think Penguin has it right. That sounds about like what it should be. Is there a way... I'm trying to see, like, edit this page. Brr. Let me go back to modules. Okay, here we go. Raffles. Okay, so you have a few. You've got raffle, roulette, and slot machine that you can get, it looks like. I think I guess I removed these. So basically they would put the command of like what game they want to do and wager, and then they put whether they're going to do just, standard points or they want to do a percentage of all their points. And this would come from their channel points. And then that is all handled between Stream Elements and Twitch. And I guess it just runs automatically. House takes 90%. Oof. But yeah, I think that's literally all you have to do is when you enable it, people can just use it. Yeah, if you want the documentation on it, here. So there's the documentation for you that you can bookmark and then be able to go back to reference if you need to. As far as installing it, that's where I'm at right now. Is like, okay, well, what if I wanted to install this? Like, actually have it, because I don't have it. Or I don't think I do. No, I don't. So, if I went to modules, search, and... What? Huh? No. What are you doing? So it says there's no module for slots, yet slots exist. Oh, the YouTube site doesn't have it. That makes sense, because it's not channel points. Okay. That's right, because I thought it was pre-built. So if I switch back to my Twitch one, then it should show. Okay, here it is. So there's roulette. Okay. Emote, pyramids, raffle, bingo, duel, 8-ball, slot machine. Okay. Fair enough. Wonder if do they have more than just those? Or are these the only ones they have? Sorry, now you guys got me curious. Oh, shit, thank you. Yeah, no problem. If there's one thing I know I'm very, very good at is research and finding things. I'm really good at that. I developed that is like a skill set I do have, is being able to research efficiently. That's all they have? Okay. Because I know I had done, I had made stuff. I think it's in Elements. Yeah, my minimalist alerts, is in Elements. And that's where you can put your own stuff. So, like, if I went in here to edit, it's been a long time since I've looked at this. But yeah, so that, have it to where it is like, yep. It was one of the few times actually, like one of the first times I had ever built something in Stream Elements for anybody to use. It's not a terrible system. It works well. I just never returned to it. But I think I set it up to where, each one was different. And these would basically go all over the top or the bottom, wherever you wanted to put them, of your stream. You're dope. If possible, I would love to have some of your time to help my stream out. I'm lost with it. And well, that's not a problem. I'm more than happy to help out. Just I'm trying to think of my schedule right now, and I'm like freaking blanking. Because everything's screwed up because my wife is currently TDY, so I'm like, hit me up on Discord. We'll set something up. We'll get together, and I'll help kind of like get you things kind of fixed around the way. Sweet, and the marker is set. Nice. Okay, so because I'm using recordings, like, you know, I record everything now. I had to set where I set chapter markers where those things happen, so I have to then go back and then, you know, edit them out of film. Or not film, but the video file. That's a trip. Thanks. That was all built with straight up no code. That's literally using tools in Streamer.bot. Strictly tools in Streamer.bot. I did a lot of that. But yeah, just send me a message in Discord. We'll talk it out. We'll figure out a time that I can get with you, and we can get your stream kind of organized and put together and everything. I know this is something that I should probably like I should start developing like coaching sessions or whatnot. Maybe that's something I'll do, is that you guys can like every now and then hire me to help you out with stuff. I don't know. I'll figure that stuff out. But yeah, I have no problems helping people out. I just know that I get asked that a lot, so maybe I should start looking into it. Really, you really should. You're great at it. Okay, that's something I will. You know what? I know it still works. So let me do this. Create a consultant schedule. There we go. That sends to my Notion. Thanks. And I literally have to thank TD for that one, because I tried to make it and then I couldn't, and then he did it. But no, I think like making a consultant schedule and you being able to be like, these are the day, like I'll have like time slots available, and then you can hire me for those specific time slots. And we'll go from there. So yeah. But yeah, I honestly, I enjoy helping people out. I like getting their streams to where they want them to be. Because I know a lot of this is difficult, and I know it gets overwhelming. And mine, I sometimes look at, and I have this thing. If you look, I have this thing with like almost overwhelming chaos. But that's for me. Anyone else, I can make it look really clean, really amazing. For me, I am so berserk in my thinking that this is what it turns out looking like. I mean, it fits. I'm ridiculous as it is. So I already have people that show up every day, but man, it's hard to create stuff and not destroy it. I understand that. In which, when I go to mess with something, like if I'm messing with something in OBS, I duplicate the scene, and then I put like, because it usually will say like that scene copy, and where it says copy, I usually put something like in progress, working, or you know, basically I label it as the scene, but this is one I'm working with. That way, the one I need to use is still there. And then once I get the one that I want to keep working correctly, once I get that one done, then I'll delete the old one and then rename that one the regular one. And then everything usually stays pretty much okay. Sometimes you have to relink some stuff with Streamer.bot back to it, but that's because scenes have ID numbers. And so you have to relink, basically tell Streamer.bot to see that name. You gotta put it to a new number. So mine terrifies my close streamer friends. Aw. Trust me. Okay. Have you for you guys, have you seen how ridiculous mine is? You guys seen how ridiculous my OBS is? Because dear God, it is. There are times I'm surprised that I have not completely destroyed my PC. Sing us a song about OSU's OBS. Testing my songwriting skills now. OSU is dazzling like a bird on a wing. When Phoenix plays, observers cry and sing. Really? Damn, Felix, I thought you could have done better than that. What a jerk. But yeah, I mean, okay. So we'll bring up the scene list. So I can't even fit it all on one screen. But this is everything. These are all just the scenes in my OBS. Because I do a lot of nested scene stuff. Holy OBS Batman! Yes. So then when I bring out like the source list, the source list doesn't look too bad unless, am I in studio mode? No, hang on. There we go. So if I were to go where a lot of stuff gets nested, which is my reaction scene, yeah. There you go. I've got scenes in the reaction scene, and then the reaction scenes in all my other scenes. I do a lot of heavy scene nesting, and I blame Nutty for that. But like pretty much everything in here is all of my redeemables for the most part. So like this is just all sources. Then I have entire scenes that we switch to. And you guys don't even know we're switching to it. So let's see, like the Homelander hates me one. We literally switched to this scene. He needs more space. I have a 49-inch ultra wide now because I needed that much space. I've got my 32 wide up here, and then I've got my 49-inch ultra wide here. Make a really funny song about chickens. Chickens are dancing, feathers are flouncing? Okay. Flouncing, strutting their stuff without renouncing. Busting moves in the farm grooves. It's poultry in motion, their styles enhancing. What the hell? But yeah, a lot of this, a lot of these things I break down in different ways. But this is what I do scene nesting. Whoa, somebody bought the Pokeball and my fourth wall alert worked. Woohoo! Thank you for the purchase, whoever did that. I didn't see it. It's like that big on my screen right now. At least Wazzy's not rickrolling yet. But one of the ways I keep things, easier for me to manage, that I'm not screwing them up, is I do scene nesting. So like with my sub receipt here, it's literally, this is just the paper part. This is what this scene is, literally just the paper, the writing and all that stuff that pops up and gets the picture taken. And then the actual sub printer is the printer file and then the sounds and everything. And the paper is moved with move plugins, so that whole scene moves. And that you just have to start thinking about how, like, building up that way. And it makes it a lot easier to manage because then you don't accidentally grab things you didn't want to grab and all that stuff. I prefer this method over grouping, and that's just because grouping, you can still wind up accidentally grabbing the wrong thing. So by scene nesting, I can grab like an entire group of something that's in a scene, and I can move that particular thing wherever I want, which has made it easier, not easy, but easier, when it's come to doing the my vertical format. I haven't finished it because I have so much other stuff I still work on. But the vertical format, it has become much easier because a lot of stuff is nested. And then all I have to do is just add the nested where I want it to basically go. So I will always be a proponent of that method. For me, it really does make everything easier. And now I gotta put these back. Go back. No. Bad. There we go. But yeah, so my OBS is a tad ridiculous. It takes forever to load. Sometimes it actually won't load. Like if I try to start my main OBS, I can't load anything else. I can't even touch my computer. I have to wait for it to finish completely loading out. Which means I need to go through and I need to, like, downsize? Maybe not downsize, but, like, I need to optimize some things where instead of having everything preloaded, I just have it to where it's empty unless it's being called on. What kind of hardware do I have? That's a good question. So I sometimes get it all blurred in my head. Hang on. Let me pull up. Let's pull up my performance monitoring. I can speak better. GPU, CPU. Yeah. There have been multiple upgrades over time.
Who we got movie side?
All right, what do you got? Yeah? One man, one way. RoboCop in the 50s? Yes! Yes! Oh my god. How can you keep the 1980s RoboCop the same in the 50s? You sure? There it is. Wow. Yeah, girl. Where is Clarence Boddicker?
Sir, this is your 5-minute warning. Twitch is demanding advertisements.
I would totally watch a demake of this RoboCop. Like I would pay money for this. 100%. Straight up, 100% would pay money to see a demake of RoboCop like that. Hope he pulls a Tommy gun from his leg. Ooh, 1920 steampunk RoboCop. Ooh. Bet she has a great personality. Yes. Shocking that RoboCop has a video game too. I actually bought it because it was on sale ridiculously cheap, and I got to play it sometime. I saw a question from Chaotic Penguin. There it is. I haven't tried it, but guess I'll ask since it's in my mind now. Do you have to have everything docked in OBS, or can it float around onto other screens? Oh, you can absolutely put docks wherever you want. So, so yeah, like how I pulled out scenes and sources, you just grab it and hold, and you drag it wherever you want. You can even stack them on top of each other. So I've got my audio mixer there, and I put my sources in with it as soon as it wants to. Then it comes up with these tabs that you can flip through. So you can do that as well. You can actually combine things into basically tabbed kind of methods. So like here, I've got on my some of my custom widgets, I've got my Twitch chat. If I needed to do some quick actions straight from my OBS, or Nutty's title updater, I have in here as well. Let's see. One thing I always like to have out is my stats. I like to have this always open, mainly because what I'm always looking at is my frames missed due to rendering lag, to encoding lag, and then network drops. I look at those three because those can tell you where you're having problems with like your stream. So a lot of people, when they're like, "Oh, it's lagging," and I don't understand, it's not my internet and everything. So if it says drop frames through the network, yeah, it is your network. You're probably trying to push too high a bit rate through too little of bandwidth. That's possible. Or, you know, some people think it's their internet and it's not. It's actually that they're having problems doing encoding, that their GPU winds up being overloaded, or their CPU winds up being overloaded. And so I love having the stats dock up, because that provides me information about how everything's performing. So yeah, this is like super handy. Love it. I'm going to put it back now. There is a plugin, Source Profiler, and I know I've showed this off before, but somebody asked me on one of my YouTube videos about like optimization, how I optimize, and where is it? There it is, Source Profiler. If you download and install Source Profiler, and this is another Exceldro thing, you get a breakdown on how, like, what's drawing resources and what it's using. This is probably one of my favorite things that has ever been developed, especially with how ridiculous all my stuff is. So, like, if I do my reduce to here, and let's do it by sources, right? No. Let's just put all. And then I want to see what's causing the highest GPU usage. Right now, I have one called Fade, a source copy of Fade, that is literally eating up things. And then every time these screens move, it eats my CPU up like crazy. So when I go back to here, you can see like things spike in that top. So I can see what's using the most, like a high percentage of my CPU and all that stuff. So Source Profiler is definitely one I recommend, because it can provide you additional information on what is bogging down your system. So, yeah, you can, and even with something like this, the Source Profiler, you can I think you can dock this in there. I think he made it dockable. No, he did not. Darn, I thought he did. I don't know what movie this is. I'm gonna say Overboard. Here, I'm going to leave it here because there's still some information I can put out as soon as these ads get done. And yeah, Source Profiler is fantastic. What is fade and where is that? Source copy fade. I don't have one named Fade. It's in... Huh. I don't have one called Fade. Where the hell is it pulling that from? I don't know what source it's talking about with that. Man, I'm going to have to dig in because there's one called... I have a source copy in here called Fade. I have no idea what Fade is or what it's pulling up. I am confused. That song still haunts me when I'm in front of a piano. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. But so yeah, you can do a lot of different docking things. When you come up here to docks, I mean, you can really add almost anything you want. Like I have some custom docks, like the Twitch activity, actions, and all that. If I wanted to bring up my YouTube chat, just have that individually. I have that saved where this will pop up, and then if I wanted to, I just drag it out and move it around. I need to reconfigure it because I haven't used it for frickin' ever. But yeah, you can adjust any of these docks any way you want, and then if you want to take docks and stack them on top of each other, so that way you can just tab through, you can do that as well. Which is one of my favorite ways of doing things. Once I figured out you could do that, I was like overwhelmed. I thought it was a new thing, and then everybody's like, no, man, that's been around forever. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Nobody ever told me that. Which is something I don't think I've ever put in a video now that I think about it. I should probably have done that. Well, you know, that is how it be. Oh, yes. I was asked what I'm rocking when it comes to my rig. So I have a ASRock X570 Phantom Gaming 4. I am running on Zen 3 architecture of AMD processor. So I've got the Ryzen 9 5900X. So I'm a few generations behind on that. And then I've got 64 gigs of RAM because I had maxed out 32 gigs of RAM with everything that I run on this. And I was like, yeah, we got to increase that. And then I've got a Radeon RX 7800 XT, which I'm looking to replace that for an NVIDIA because while it's a great, like, Radeons are actually really solid GPUs. Like, they're solid graphics cards. I need NVIDIA strictly for Blender because rendering stuff with this with a Radeon card, it's a struggle. It is just a struggle. But I mean, when it comes to gaming, that 7800 XT is just fantastic. Helldivers is a game I play pretty hard. And I have it on this ultra wide, like full up 50, it was like, it's over 5,000 pixels wide and like the 1440. So the resolution's like ridiculous. And the 7800 XT is able to do high settings and be stable with 60 frames a second. So it performs very well. I'm making 2 PCs from the scraps for the stream. Hey, there you go. Honestly, I mean, I have my laptop that I probably should be using. I'm just terrible at it. I really am terrible at using my my laptop. But Sunshine and Moonlight is what I like to run to do the connection. rather than using a capture card, because then I get this kind of like lossless kind of look to it. There is a hiccup that can be a very slight delay in the input, as well as every now and then there can be a hiccup in the video feed. But honestly, it wasn't bad for what you get. I mean, it's absolutely free. Didn't have to pay for a capture card, and using Sunshine and Moonlight is great inside the house because I can also stream from my rig here. I have a my Steam Deck downstairs with Moonlight installed. So I load up Steam games on my PC up here, and then I play them downstairs on my TV. So, like, everything's being handled by my main rig, and I can still be downstairs and playing on the TV or using my Steam Deck to play it. Actually, I can connect, if I really wanted to, I can use my phone, and I can connect to my PC that way, too. I mean, it's a fantastic thing. I did a whole video on it. I love using it. Really do. I just want to set it. I do need to set it up to where even if I'm not on the same network, I can still access my PC while I'm out and about. That's one thing I do want to do. And that just really requires port forwarding, and I'm just too lazy to do it. I'm too lazy to do port forwarding. I'll go ahead and admit that. That's on the list. Yeah. I really dig Sunshine and Moonlight. I know there's an upgraded version. I think it's Apollo and oh god, what is it? It's Apollo and something. It's an upgraded version. I haven't checked it out yet. I need to. But again, I get so distracted. I have so much stuff that's going on that I sometimes just can't keep it all together. I try. Okay, I need to go to, where is it? We'll just go there, and it should be. I have a electricity one that'll attach to a mesh, and that's what I'm looking for. I think it's this one. Anti-lightning tool set. If I bring in the collections. Oh, okay, never mind. Shit. Oh, I can bring in the nodes, right?
Tickle, 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 tickle,
Oh, no.
tickle, 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 tickle,
Tickle. Where did the video go? I got the audio. Oh. Spark simulator. Directed lightning. Okay. I may have to open this one because I honestly don't remember. Bork, bork, bork. Yes, it is borked. A lot of things are borked right now. If it's my stream, something's borked. Because there always winds up being so many changes. I have a hard time keeping everything up to date. That's also another reason why I'm trying to just go through and just start coding all my stuff. Because it's so unstable with how complex all my stuff is that trying to run all those actions and everything, it winds up just getting all screwy. Crap. This one. Right? Oh man. What a song. I love you just the way you are. I think this is the one I want. I could be wrong. Let me see here. Whoa. Maybe not. I don't think this is the one I want. I mean, if I go to layout, what's what? What is what? That is God's lightning. I would want the contact lightning, I think. No. Crawling lightning. That's what I want. I want the crawling lightning effect. Okay. Now that I know which one I need, crawling lightning, where are you? Drawn, directed, crawling. So you lightning source, I think would go there. And we want to tie this to this plane. So let me, where's my geo node? And we want to use uh-oh. Maybe not? The BP show. Well, welcome on in. Thank you for that follow. Good to see you. Good to see you. How is everything? And welcome. What? Do I have to pull it up here? Okay, this must not be the one I'm looking for. All right. That must not be a... that must not have been the tool I was looking for. Maybe it's an asset library? I cannot remember where the hell I put this thing. Going good, just chilling. Hell yeah. Keep it chilling. I like chilling. Chilling is good. But I have too much stuff to work on. Like, you know, making sure that I get silenced stuff put together. So that way I can move on to Johnson's stuff. Because Johnson's got a full overlay package. This is going to be a full overlay package. Lots of people want stuffs. Okay, standalone. I don't think it's in the standalones, is it? I cannot remember. Disintegration, electricity gen. Let's try this one. This isn't the one I was looking for, but we're going to try it anyway. Onto the plane. I think these only will work if they're actually three-dimensional. So let's just extrude down. There we go. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. Okay, now the question is, I need to make this to where the box is not seen. So if I were to do a holdout material, we're going to try stuff. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. My bastard son now knows Streamer.bot. Oh, you taught him. Nice. Well, thank you. Does he still want to meet with me and have me help him out, or we really good? We good. All right, let me go to film, make it transparent. That is not looking correct. That's refraction. I don't want refraction. Did I actually choose that? I thought I chose holdout. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's more what I want, but we need to make some adjustments. Roughness. Probability. Something like this. Now, can I slow it down? Because that's a little faster than I want it to go. Or I'm just going to have to actually, like, increase the size. That may be too big, though. Like, I don't like how... Because, I mean, this is an alert, and if this is the entire space of the screen, I do not want it taken up, like, the whole screen. I think we Gucci till he wants complex stuff. Well, that's why I exist. I know that's why I exist. All right, let me go to geometry nodes. How did they animate this? Integer frame times 0.1. Okay, well, that's too fast. Let's do 0.01. And then let's take a look. Nope. That is still stupid fast. Maybe that's not the right one. Hang on. What is that going into? Into the seed. Oh, because it's going into the seed, that's why it's acting all wonky. So... shit. How do I do this? Because I've got to change this for me. Okay, we'll put it back to 0.1. Let's get a math node. Wherever it is, I can't remember. I do not work in geometry nodes often, so give me some time. I like the electricity. Yeah. Well, I mean, he liked the idea of lightning, so I really want to focus on that aspect and kind of I want to unify things around that idea. All right. Math. Give me math. All right, so if I were to divide by 5? Nope. 50? It's not having any effect. No. All right. Scheisse. See, that's faster, so I guess I was on the right track. No, it's about the same speed. Okay, so that has 0 effect. All right, fine. Screw me. Is it the density that I need to bring down then? Maybe. That might... See, it's just moving too far out for where I want it to be. That's the subdivide. Let me... Trying to find the right thing. That is the hard part. Because it reaches too far out, and I need it to come down. No, not that. Nope, not that. Whoa, nope. Okay, it's not that. But I feel like I'm on the right track. I swear to God, it has to be this in here, the distribute points on faces. And the size it winds up being. All right, what is roughness control? It's controlling the scale of the noise texture. Woo! Okay, min max. What if I brought the max down? Nope, that's not it. Bring the min up? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Color to vector, but this is that. Okay. Ugh. All right, what if I put a control in here? Do math. No, it won't let me. Okay. Ugh. Why does everybody always have to make these so difficult to adjust for? Like every time. Why do they hate me so? Okay, what does that do? Nothing. Okay, let's try square root. No. Inverse square root? No. Like, nothing's changing the way I need it to. I just don't know how I'm going to do this. And make it look the way I want it to. Because they have it going into seed, which is my biggest issue. Because seed doesn't... It's like if I detach this, the problem with seed is if you change one, it changes so drastically. What if instead of integer, do? What if I did value? Where's value? Value. Because then I can do decimals. So this way I can do frame times 0.01. Maybe not. All right, how about 001? I feel like that's moving a lot faster. All right, frame times 1.1. Oh, I put a 0.1.1. Whoops. I fucking hate working with seed. Okay, let's do divided by 60. Oh my god, I just don't know. Because I don't like working with the fucking seed. There's got to be a better way to animate this. All right. I know I have different ones, so I'm going to back pocket this for now. And let me look at some of the other generators I might have. Actually, I may... Whoops. I think I have some over here. That is... Right, that's a standalone. That just does a curve. That's not what we want. CAD-Bay, Archimesh, Toolkit, that's for smacking things together. Fish, MetaRig, tracing images, quick attach, procedural crowd, okay, NodeFX. I wonder if I can manipulate. Probably not. Hologram, I probably wouldn't be able to. Do 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 do. Week week. What's this? If this is fire, I'll be upset. And it's not generating? Oh, add? It says burn, though. That concerns me. Yeah, that's more like fire. And that's not... And it doesn't move? I thought it moved. Oh, no, now it says GeoFX Lightning. Doop, 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 doo, doo, doop, ba-doo, doo, doo, doo. Wing, wing. Doo, doop, ba-doo, doop, doop, doop. Nope. Nope. Chuck Testa. Oh, crap. I was on the wrong thing. That's why. Ah, okay. So that's just a... okay, now I understand. That's just a shader. Or more Greeble, I guess. Oh, dear God. Wait a minute. What the hell happened to this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Back in the before time. There we go. Thank God for Control Z. Seriously. If it wasn't for Control Z, I'd be so screwed. I know I have like several freaking electricity generators. And I'm just trying to find the one that is going to let me control this the way I need it to. The problem is I can't ever remember where they all are. So I know the GeoFX node wasn't it. I wonder if I could get away with... Maybe... No, I don't know. Well, let's take a look. Let me apply this to this and see what happens. What do you guys think? Do you think that works? Like it kind of matches what I'm looking for, and it's just a shader, so it's much easier for me to control. Actually, let me go back because I forgot to apply the scale. Now, if I add this, it should look a little... No, never mind. Okay. I think I can adjust how this one's put together. That's the hue, strength, electric strength, glow strength, animation offset. Okay. Let me go into the biggin, the driver on this. And then I think, because it's up here, that I'm getting just a little too much on the edges. So I think I need to get these opposite to get more what I'm looking for. Something like that, I think. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the lines there. So if I shrink this down, nope. What is this being driven by? See, it's only doing the interior. So where's the frickin' Fresnel that it's driving from? Because there's got to be a Fresnel. Layer weight. There it is.
Sir, this is your 5-minute warning. Twitch is demanding advertisements.
When are they not? That's a little more where I'd want it. Something a little more like that? Maybe... Oh, yeah, I do definitely want some brightness in there. Finding the layers of this. Ooh, wait. I got an idea. Holy cow! Let me just see what... Oh, no. We have another Streamer.bot lover. Yay. Tell him, you can download a lot of free things. There's a lot of Streamer.bot folk who love to make this kind of stuff. And we make it for people to enjoy. And then there are some paid things, but Okay, I think if I define this a little better, this may work. Let me do origin geometry, just that way I'm lining this centered like I want. Whoops. No. Material preview. Oh, why did that make it worse? Okay, let me get rid of that, and we'll try that again. Okay, crystal glow. So the energy ball I was using was this one. And I know it's supposed to be in a ball form, which is part of the problem. So what if I take all... Let me select all. If I do a bevel on all of this... And I know how I'll do this to make it easier on myself. We're going to do just the top, and then I'll axe the bottom after I've done that. So Control B. This way I can control how this looks for the most part. Okay, so I can get away with maybe about there. And then we're going to come down on the side, go to wireframe. We're just going to grab these and delete them. No. Don't wanna. Okay, that at least smooths some of that out. To where we get a little bit more in there. Now, if I do a different bevel modifier, and we, let's see here, increase the segments to like, what, 3? Let's see here. Ah! I can't see like that. Let's... The offset's not helping. They've adjusted how this works, so I'm like having to re-guess how to do all this.
This is a reminder that ads will begin in 30 seconds. Please be ready for them.
No, I will not. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Yeah, they changed how bevel works, and that's going to drive me nuts. Got him to understand how to do up channel points and intro songs. Nice. Nice. What movie? Mac and Me. No. Just makes me want to activate the Paul Rudd. Okay. Bum. I still don't know what it is. Golden Girls? It's Blanche! Okay, I'm curious. Hey, you were close with Golden Girls. It was Steel Magnolias. Go ahead, Malin. Schmacka. Smack Weezer. We'll get you t-shirts that say, I whopped Weeza Badrill. Oh my god. That is probably one of my favorite parts of that movie. Go ahead. Whack Weeza. Okay, that was not what I was wanting. I didn't want this Doctor Strange thing to happen. I just wanted the actual like nodes. So let's take a cube, throw it over here, and then we'll put the spark sim on it. And that didn't matter apparently. And apparently, no matter where you want to move the cube, that's just going to stay there. Why? What did you do, Ray? Like, why would you do that? Why would you make it so difficult to work with? All right, let's do that just to get rid of it. And then if I add it to, let's do a geonode and what was that? Sparks. Where's the sparks? Sparks sim. It just converts it to a circle. Why would you do that? That's stupid. The armadillo ass is my favorite scene. Yes. Oh, the things we talked about for a mascot won't be till June. Okay. That's fine. That guarantees that the wife will be home by that point. So that works for me. Mine instance clock. All right, Higgins, what do you got for me? Anything good? I'm thinking about putting electricity on the outside just to kind of give it that extra little bit, but I had thought about sparks, like just having sparks dripping down. I thought that would be really cool. Of course, in my head, it seems cool. Probably not so much in actual practicality. Procedural tools. We have lightning. So what does it do? What'd it do? Nothing? Is there not? There's like nothing happening. It's a node that doesn't do anything. It's kind of dumb. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so I thought that was gonna work, and it didn't. So I wasted money on those. Nice. Okay, back from picking up the kiddo from school. Well, how was the line? Was it okay? Or were people jerks? May 23rd is her last day of school. Yeah, I think that's the same time my girls end. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready to have those kids home all the time. I love them dearly. I really do. But having them home all the time, it's a lot. It really is a lot. Sounds about right for my nephew for his school. Yeah. The last class is tomorrow. Ayo, Ellie's almost done. Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear. I don't understand. Agreeable paint vehicle. Oh dear. All right. So let's go back in here. We're gonna add that geo node. We're gonna bring back that electricity that we had before. The electricity gen, right? I think that was it. Yep. All right. Interesting how that happened. Oh. What about that? See, I don't like how it's doing that. Just trying to find that nice, like, sweet spot, right? But the problem I have is how much it will overlap between. That's my issue. I don't want it to be too much. Especially as a stay-at-home parent. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm preparing for the summer for this little girl. I know all of us are like, brace for impact! As I say on planes, if it's about to crash, brace! 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 But see, I feel like that's just too small. Like, it just... To me, that doesn't have the same feel because it's not moving where I would want it to fast enough. If I... It just... Yeah... It's just not... I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I honestly am, like, at a loss for words at this point. Now you have to have 3 meals made and snacks as well, plan activities indoor and outdoor. Honestly, my kids kind of take care of themselves on that front. It's just when they just constantly come and ask me questions. That is my only problem, is my kids constantly ask me questions. Can I go to this person's house? Can I go here? Can I go there? Can I have this? Can I do this? Can I do this? I'm glad that they ask permission for things. I really am. I'm thankful that they ask before they do. That being said, it would be really, really, really nice not to have to deal with answering questions every 5 to 10 minutes. If I didn't have to do that, my kids would be perfect. Okay, what if I move this back to... where's my holdout? That one. I don't know. I feel like I still need to have something there, but now the energy ball is not what I want. I think for me, since it's my my parents' only grandchild, they still really baby her. Told them she needs her independence. Look how the fuck I turned out. Yeah, there's that. I still think, if I remember right, I think there's going to be a couple weeks, either June or July, where, as she's termed, bonus grandma, wants to have Izzy and Emma out there in California. Okay. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That kid is my fucking hero! there it is, the married couple reaction that everybody expects. The dad thinks it's the greatest thing, and the mom's like, it's your fault. God damn it. Oh, that's perfect. That is just... I wish I was that good at being a parent. Oh, God, that's so good. Oh. Yeah, that was a good share, Wazzy. No, that wasn't weird. That was perfect. That was steak sauce. Steak sauce. You know, A1, A1. Okay, I thought there was going to be something good in the material library on Blender Kit. There is not. Okay, so nope. So really got to dig in here. Figure out how I want to do this. All right. If I put this material on. Ooh. Ooh, I think that'll work, and then I just need to kind of touch up the shaping. I think if I touch up the shaping on this, I think I'll be in business. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, durr. Since the lightning comes from left, we'll go this way with it. And let's take a look. I think that'll look good. Because then as it goes, you get the purple and the blue. And then I think if I can shade this lightning correctly, I can get it to alternate between blue and purple. Okay. I'm liking where this is now going. I'm starting to feel better. So let me go in here. I wanted to increase the strength, but I guess that's being controlled. Okay, that's fine. You know what? It'll work. It'll work. I'll be fine with it. So let me figure out the lightning part of this. Shake it do. Lightning material. Oh, wait, that's the GeoFX. I want probably this lightning, right? Yeesh. Yeesh! Okay. The emission, if I go more of a purple. Oh, wait a damn minute. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, I changed the damn... I'm good at this. Let me tell you. That is not the one I wanted to use. Fuck, what was it called? I think it was just... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I want the pump! Wait, which plane is this? Oh. That's right. Never mind. Okay. Let me add a new something that I can attach. Not that. I want the lightning color on. So that way I can actually change how the lightning looks. No, I want that. Okay. Is this not the right lightning? Okay, apparently that's not it. All right. I don't know which one that is. Shit. Maybe it's this one. Nope. That's not it either. Okay. You know what? Why am I doing it this way when I have an easier way to find this? Sort of. Sort of easy. Okay, it is electricity. The material is electricity. So... all right. Is it because it's so bright? Electricity. Because it was under emission. Okay. So what I need to do with this then is... we're going to color ramp. We're going to make this constant. This is going to be a purple. This is going to be a very light blue. Like so. And then this can come down to 0.5 to be the halfway point. We're going to do... on the texture... I think I can do noise with this. Is that correct? Because then... or is it just random? It may just... I think it's just random, and I just put the mapping in there. If I remember how to do this right. So, mapping vector to the factor. And then input, we're going to do random. Where is random? Oh, object info. That's right. Random, like this. And then I got to figure out which way it will drive this. Okay, let me bring the strength down so I can actually see if this is working. Trying to remember. Okay, so that's... so there is a texture I need to go in and put between there. Is it noise? I think maybe it's wave. Yeah, okay. Okay, there it is. All right. Do, 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 buddy, do, do. And I think I need to define these a little bit stronger. So that way they'll appear a little bit better, and we'll do... okay, and then here we can do frame. Ooh, whoopsies. Frame times 0.1. This way it's going to do it kind of fast, but it'll alternate between the colors. So you get at least a little bit of difference between the colors for each little strike. So you'll get to see kind of both. So that's what I'm looking for. Is I wanted to be able to take it and make it randomly change the color of the electricity per frame. I could slow it down. But honestly, I kind of like it. Actually, let's do 0.5. Because now it slows down to where you get it like kind of blinking. And then I want to put some distortion. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. We're getting what I want. Or at least what I want for silenced. Cool beans. So now at 60 frames a second, this is where that's when it gets to come to full frame before scale to 0. All right, now let's take a look at how it animates together. Yes. Now, how do I want to make it exit? Do I just make it fade? Maybe do a fade out for a full second. So, all right, let me go back in here. Doo-doo. All right, we're going to do converter, or not converter, shader, mix shader. And we're going to get a holdout material, pop it in there. Now, oh, why is it still there? It should be gone.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening!
Oh! It's a raid from Flash PC. Oh, he is here to raid me. Oh, look at Flash raided me now. Oh, yeah, look at him. He's raiding into my stream. Oh, look at him go. Cause he's Flash PC and he is the cool guy. Look at him go. Yes. Flash, my buddy. Thank you for that raid. I do appreciate it, my friend. How was your stream? What'd you do, anyway? What'd you do for your stream? Why? It's like overrides. So how am I going to do this? If I can't do that? Somerville. I have never heard of that. I love your raid scene. Oh, thanks. It's surprisingly, it's one of the few. Oh, shit. Center screen. Left screen. Left screen. Right screen. Play console. Left screen. Okay. I got a Bork somewhere. Have you played? Oh, is it like is same guy who made Limbo? Because Limbo is fun. It's similar. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I enjoyed Limbo. I thought Limbo was fantastic. So the monitors are there. Oh, the monitors came back? Right? The hell? Okay, anyhoot. Center screen. So the raid alert is one of the few that I've built with nothing but the stuff in Streamer.bot. And it'd be big. It'd be very big. So it starts here and then just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Programming this, kind of a pain in the ass, but it was great when it got all finally put together. I want to make one eventually that is a raid alert, but it's the Venture Brothers opening. Like, I really, really want to have that. I don't know why. That just sounds like a fantastic thing. But yeah. It's great once you take beats per minute and figure out how that translates to milliseconds, and then you can make sure everything is timed. It's wonderful. Woo. Okay, so how am I going to get this to exit is my biggest concern at the moment. How do I get this to fade? I guess it can just like just roll up, or I was hoping for something a little more interesting. I don't know how I'm going to make this one disappear. Anybody got any ideas how I should make this go off screen? I am very much welcoming ideas because my brain can't think of a good one. Wait, that's above it, yet doesn't appear? Oh no. Is that even going to show? Uh-oh.
Sir, this is your 5-minute warning. Twitch is demanding advertisements.
Of course. Wait, am I on a weird scene or some shit? No. Where'd my chat bar go? What the hell is going on? Why did that go? There, fix it. You break it? Oh, I always break things. That's just how I roll. However, it looks like this is going to disappear, and we don't want it to disappear. So how am I going to adjust this? Where's the Swedish chef? Eater, speeder, dee, bee, birdie. Eesh, birdie, dee, birdie, dee, bork, bork, bork. There you go. Okay. What if I take the transparent out of this? Will that help any? No. Okay, well, fuck. Is it really going to disappear like that? He may be on cooldown. Fair enough. That's going to disappear, isn't it? All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this image I just rendered of it, and we're going to see how it appears on my screen. And then we'll know how it's going to look. So, bros, go to my download folder where I throw things that I don't want to keep. And then I need to see this in a windowed projector. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not really going to show up well, is it? What is this playlist? It's a mix of Game Chop's albums that I found on Apple Music because they're all DMCA free. If you want, I'll post it in our Discord, and you can get it from there. Then you change the opacity with the move action. No, not on this, because it's the video file, and it's just not appearing through. Let me try. Let's go into composting. Why won't you use notes? There we go. All right, let's take a look here. Let's get my viewer, and then we're going to. I want to put the filter. Let's get our glare in here. I'll put the image. Okay, now we definitely don't want like that. Streaks. Fog glow I know I use quite often. Bloom, I don't know. I think fog glow is going to be better. Streaks is not it, but
This is a reminder that
far
ads will
out.
begin
Fog
in
glow
30
keeps
seconds.
it.
Please be ready for them.
I will try my best. Let me see here. Which way? That's right. Threshold, the higher you go, the more it dims it. I have no idea what that is. I don't know, but we got a legendary Marcus Soflo, which is awesome. I wonder what would happen if we added sunbeams to this. Would that even work? No. Oh, whoa! Okay, that would just kill everything. So no sunbeams. I didn't realize that's what it was going to do. Oh, you got an uncommon me. How about that? An uncommon me. Extend borders of an image into transparent or masked regions. We did the glare. Apply common image enhancements and filters. Let's. Soften is not what I would want to do. Box sharpen? Box sharpen. Okay. We're going to try that now. So let me hide. Then we're going to Save. Transformers! More than meets the eye. Oh, Flash! Zanku for the 100 bitties. For my titties. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And now, time for me to blow up. Woohoo! There we go. Fixed it. I don't know why that just timed out on me. Okay, so now I'm going to reload it. Now, let's see what happens with the composting. Oh, here, let's see what it looks like with compost. And I need so I can see it. Windowed projector. Oh, it's only bringing up the damn source. Uh-oh. Okay, it appears, but yeah, it's not coming through the way I want. Motherfuck. Why does the alpha channel have to be so damn difficult? I don't know what, and I don't know why that's messed up. Why the Rock'em Sock'em Robots is not working the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna take a quick look gander at it. Okay. Add target from user login. Get user info for target, yeah. And then get user wait. Oh, did they that might be it. That might be it. Okay, hang on. Add a sub action Twitch user get user info for target, but you can't change it. Okay. How did he change this? Add present viewer. Index can also be variable. No, that's not what we want. How did he change this? Because I don't think he's followers. Get latest follower, get follow age info for target. That's not what I want. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I want to get user info from input. So where's user info from input? Is it because broadcaster information is you? You know, the person who is doing the broadcasting. What the hell? Yeah, okay, so you said Flash. You were the one who redeemed it. Twitch, add target info. So he simplified it, is basically what I think he did. Hang on. I bet he simplified it, and that's why it's now all wonky-donkey. So, or a variable that will be parsed. Yeah, so he combined it together. It's picking up. What if I put user? I'm gonna try and trig it. Trig it? Yeah, let's trig it. All right. Okay, so it's getting me, but it didn't get Felix. I know I write these to file, so let me look. Where did I put those files? Red name. Wait. Write to, and that's in the React things. Okay. I want to fix this because it's driving me crazy. Okay, so blue pair is me. Input. There's where the problem is. So it's not picking up the input, which means I have to figure out a different way to do that. So I have to rethink, because that one gets me correctly, the person who redeems it. It's when we get to adding the red person. So we would need add core argument, set argument. Variable, the variable is input 0, which is the first thing you put in, I believe. This, which should be the name, to the value. Name. Right? Okay, so we set the argument. Wait, no, I did this backwards. Name, the value, what we're filling it with, input 0. Okay. Now, we're going to add target from info of name. All right, now let me try it again. Nope. Still came up as input 0? Right, red needs to change. Oh, yep. Thank you. So this would be Name. All right, let me try it again. Name. It didn't even change the right. Random user. Unsanitized input from redemption, which would, okay, so let's try raw input. We're just going to try raw input and see what happens. Maybe that'll help. And then if I put, I know this is going to be weird. And then I'm going to disable this and check variables from action history. I mean, raw input, Felix manager. I think it was just because I was literally trying. Line 0 came back with that. Yeah, right. Okay. We'll try the raw input method. See if we can, if it'll work. Again, I know they changed it, and I don't think the documentation's up, so there it is. So it's now, it is now if you're trying to get the info of another user, you have to use the raw input instead of input 0. So okay. Because I'm sure if I try it again with a different name, it should work. Fixed it. Well, sort of. Why does it do that to me? I even put it to 2-second delay at the end to, like, let it finish shutting down. And it still screws up like that. Okay, so on Rock'em Sock'em, I need to just add a frickin' cooldown. I gotta find a cooldown. Platforms, Twitch, channel point rewards. Go down here to Rock'em Sock'em. I have a 15-second cooldown. So how was I able to trigger it again? Did it really take me 15 seconds to do that? And that's under bits and channel points, the winners and the generate. Yeah, that should be what it's supposed to be. Gatorade! H2O! You're drinking the wrong water. Okay. So I can't use this energy shader because that's just not going to work. It's too see-through. We need something that can provide better definition. So I guess I have to go back to the energy ball because I know that would work. Now, if I render this image, and we do Save, now you can see it. So I guess what I need to do is that. However, it's still... I feel like the lightning is just... It's not going to show up the way I want it to. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. 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 You're drinking the wrong water, sassy. What do I do? How am I going to fix this? I don't know, but I'm running out of time. The lightning's showing up, which is good. This is a bit overpowering, which is really coming from composting. So if I take the box sharpening out, that should probably help. And then if I bring the threshold back to 1, I'm sure that'll get everything to reline up correctly. Maybe I need to adjust the lightning to do... Maybe if I put a, like, kind of like a black outline to it. A very faint black outline. So shader, mix shader, shader, emish. Actually, we could just do a white outline. That would at least preserve it and make it not look so funky. But I think the black outline is probably what I'm going to have to do. So we'll see. We'll try both. No, not combine color. I need a color ramp. So we put that in there so we can kind of control how that's going to look. And then input, we're going to do layer weight. And let's try Fresnel first. Okay, and then over here, actually, you know what? Just that way I can see what I'm doing. We're going to make it black. Now, the goal is to make this outline in black. And it doesn't want to. Okay. Let's do white. And that's at 50. Maybe I need to do facing. Ah, shit! That is not working. Or is it? No, it's not. All right, let's match it. Okay, now I can see kind of what I'm doing. Now let me put it back on Fresnel. Because that should give me the outlines I'm looking for. I think part of it is I'm using 2 emissions. Boop, boop, doo. Boop, boop, doo, doo. I'm just trying to at least like give an outline that usually helps. Problem is it's going to be one of those that like it's going to feel like no matter what I do, it's not going to work the way I want because it's small details. Okay, so I've got that. If I were to scale it up, no, that's the wrong thing. Oh, that's right. This won't let you adjust the size, will it? Hmm. Oh, I don't know. I'm really hoping that this will come through the way I want it to. Do 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 do. Like I love the way it looks in this render. This is what drives me nuts about trying to make things transparent, is that I suffered this problem. And the only thing I could potentially do is instead of rendering it transparent, would to be to green screen. Which, if anybody knows how I like to work, that is the last thing I want to do. So let's save this one as is and see what happens. That doesn't look like it improved anything. Okay. So let's take the transparent off. We're going to put this way far back. New emission color. I hate doing it this way. I really do. Like this part really upsets me. Because if I don't like that this would be the only way I'd have to make it work. I don't like having to rely on green screen. All right, this is going to probably blank out for a second. Hang on. All right. Filter. We need to get the chroma key. Yep. All right, now I got to like zoom in and get rid of all the green. Let me get this scene and windowed. Blow it up. See that like I hate the fact that I have to basically chroma key to do this the way the way I want it to turn out. Because then you're having to do extra processing power on top. And I don't like doing that to anyone. I don't like saying, "Hey, you've got to do you got to do extra keying and extra work on your PC." So I'll increase the color spill, bring this to maybe there. Bring that up. So like, I guess that would be it. But at least that gets it to where I want it to be. It's not perfect. In my eyes, it's not perfect. What do you guys think? Do you think I should just go with the green screen idea where we just key out the green? Because thankfully, we're not using any green. I think it's the way I'm going to have to go. But then that guarantees that this effect right here will work the way we want. Hi. Yes, I know. I know it's almost time. Okay. So I think we're going to work with that for silenced alerts. Really, I'm just going to have the box and then I'm going to program all the stuff in Streamer.bot. So this is essentially going to be it's going to be the same video file every time. So he doesn't have to set up multiple. So let me save this as alert for him. And then I'll have to do a render of that later. Yes. But I do have to start wrapping everything up because I got to go get my kids. I got to be a good dad. God. Gosh. Why do I have to be a good father? Ugh. Ugh. Hey, speaking of silenced, he's currently streaming, so I think it'd be fun to go raid him and let him know that I have figured out the alert, so I can at least be a bearer of good news for a bit. Boop-doop, 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 boop-doop. What's going on? Lots of Discord activity. Okay. So yes, we are going to go raid Silenced, who is currently playing Days Gone, which is a fantastic game. If you've never seen anything about Days Gone, watch some of it because the game is good. It is so good. Love that game. Okay, so while we're getting ready to raid out, just a reminder, tomorrow night is Winnable Wednesday, so be ready to come in, join in, and play the game so you can get on the wheel and try to win yourself some free stuff. And other than that, my friends, I am going to take off for today. I will catch you all tomorrow night. Have a great rest of your day. No, I love all of you, whether you've been here 5 seconds or you've been here since the very first stream. I love y'all the same because the viewership is what matters most to me. So thank you for all the love and support, everybody. And I am out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
There we go. You can try. Why? Why are you not moving? Oh, here he is. Okay, we're good.
Jesus, what a mess.
Hello there.
Oh, hi!